In today's video, we have the good and the bad. Do you want the bad first? Okay, the bad is you can no longer buy ABML shares in the UK. Good news is though, bullish news has finally came out about ABML. 115 million beautiful US dollars is being pumped straight in to ABML, and we have seen a 40% rise. But you're still thinking about the bad news, aren't you? Yeah. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Hold Sell. I hope, of course, you are all well. Today's video is about ABML. Now, I did my last video 3 weeks ago on the 28th, so we'll do a quick roundup of the charts. We can see here on the 28th, right down till we got our pump, it fell 16%. We said once we fell below this here, the scenario that I was in, the most recent one anyway, we've been covering ABML for a couple of years now. The most recent scenario was it fell below the support level. I bought at 0.65. I sold that position at 0.6 because we were going to fall down. Now we are currently at 0.69. So we are back at this level. We're struggling to get above it. We can see these candles have hit. And what is this big hit? Well, this big hit at one stage was as high as 45% rise, baby. Delightful, lovely gains on ABML for anybody that was able to trade it. Unfortunately, me and everybody else in the UK, and I assume Europe, can't buy ABML. I see, I tweeted this out. So this happened on Trading 212. This came out on the 18th of October, which was my birthday. What a birthday treat that was. You can no longer buy your position. Buy orders of the instrument cannot be facilitated by our intermediary. Sell orders can be placed. From a high level point of view, I think it's to do with liquidity. I think we're talking about it in all the other videos. Banks are struggling. Brokers are going to be struggling. There isn't any way of being able to buy these shares anymore to lend out to people. And that's one of the issues I didn't like with Trading 212 is because they are lending you the shares, they also can lend them out to short sellers, something that we've talked about before. But without confusing things, people can no longer buy it. Now, I've done as much as I can within the Discord. We've talked about my brokers. I went on every other broker just to see if there was any change because I knew that they couldn't, but I wanted to see. So plus 500, no. Trading 212, no. Free Trade, no. Hargreaves and Lansdowne, no. Saxo, no. Invest Engine, no. eToro is a no. AG, then a few other guys came in. AG Bell is a no. I had then sent this message on the 21st. I said, hello, current shareholder. However, my broker Trading 212 won't allow me to buy anymore. We have a Discord, UK investors waiting to buy more. We can't get access. Can you please advise what broker in the UK can we buy ABML ABTC shares? So I will keep you posted with that. I'll share that straight on Twitter. I want as many people in the UK to get access. It has hurt a lot of people. A lot of people in the Discord, obviously, rightly so, upset. And I don't really know what else to say. It's devastating. Now, since then, the next day, which makes me go, is this a bit suspicious? Is this as a play on short sellers? I have no way of backing this up at all. It's just my own thoughts. So please do not take this as gospel or start some rumor, but it does feel a bit suspicious to me that the day before a huge government backing, and we talked about it before, the governments know all this stuff and they get everything in place. Would it be surprising that all them short sellers that have been crushing ABML have quickly went, oh no, what are we going to do? Stop lending shares. Stop people from buying it. Panic station's over to stop the short squeeze. And we have seen over the last month, I did my video and we've talked about it the next day. People got crucified. Like I said, it fell 16% over the week. We did make the right call selling that. It actually was about a 20% saving from where I sold. So that was proven to be a good move. And I said here, it's not a lot of the pain isn't ABML's thought. It's just unfortunately the market and blah, 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 all stuff that we've been covering. And that is the scenario that we're in. Saying it's a nice rally, it's become a buy on the 1 hour, trying to find the bullish sentiment, saying it was very, very volatile. It was very, very volatile. Nice jump today, still today at my sell price, but I don't plan on buying any more considering the wider market unless something fundamentally huge happens, which is what I always say. And then the news broke on the 18th, can no longer buy, and I said this is what's happened to Vision Lithium, and then it just went bananas. And the reason it went bananas was because of the grant. And for those little trolls that leave their comments to say, if you're so sure it's going to go down, why don't you just sell it all? Well, as I've always said, trading is not Mystic Meg. It's not a crystal ball. It does not tell you what's going to happen. It just says the probabilities, the previous 180 days, 200 days, 15 days, whatever time frame, this is where the trend's going. I follow a trend. That's it. It's a probability. That is all it is. So that is the reason why I like to trade. But I always, in my long holds, always have a position. I have a position in Argo, ABML, Tesla, the list goes on. All my long holds, I always have a position. Sometimes I trim profits, sometimes I wait for better support before buying. That is it. That's how I maximize my gains. It's a proved and tested way. It's worked phenomenally for me, especially on ABML. Watch the videos over the last year. The amount of money that we have made on ABML, my position is pretty much covered from profits. It's all house money. No harm in long holding if you wish, but for anyone that's been long holding for the last 2 years, they haven't made any money. Chances are, even with the 50% jump the other day, they are taking a loss. So you can learn to do whatever way you want. We all know where ABML is going, and we have remained bullish as much as some fundamentals recently have been disappointing, i.e. the plant not being open. But this is a bullish video. Let's look at it. American battery technology company selected for US DOE grant for $150 million, first of a kind commercial scale lithium manufacturing facility. ABTC was awarded $57 million towards this project from the US Department of Energy to design, construct, commission and operate a first-of-a-kind commercial scale facility to demonstrate its novel process of manufacturing battery cathode-grade lithium oxide with unconventional Nevada-based lithium-bearing sedimentary resources. It's a really long report. Go in and read it. We've covered it in the Discord. Long story short, Joe Biden has got the thing fired up. He's threw money in it. We've seen this happening across the board. It is one of the things that I have covered so many times on the channel. I have literally said, American battery technology. I love the fact that America is in the name. I know it sounds silly, but that is a real big thing. American battery technology, they're keen, Biden even more so, they're keen to have all of this technology, all of this lithium, as much resource as possible within the States. So American battery technology was one of, I know it seems silly because it's only a name, but that was one of the fundamental things that I really liked about American technology. So delighted with this news, huge pump. We'll talk about, the plans going forward. But the other thing I want to talk about is this. American battery technology company announces completion of phase 2 lithium bearing exploration drilling program. Again, another thing that we've covered on the channel that we love. We love the lithium. We're in so many lithium plays. That is the future. That is what this channel is about. It's about long hold green plays. And lithium is right up the top of that. We've talked about the price of lithium right now, record high. It just keeps going up. It honestly defies all logic at the moment. I do anticipate it has to pull back, but long may it continue the rise that we are seeing. I love this lithium in America. I think this is so bullish for ABML. I think it's so big, and then the backing from Biden. Well done to the team. This is what's been going on in the background. Still would love the pilot plant to be open already, but listen, let's not get down in the negatives. Great news. Great funding coming at a key time when companies are going to struggle, especially growth companies. I talked about it in the last video, how growth companies are going to struggle and stuff. This is the type of thing you really needed right now. So this is very, very bullish. Anyone that's not in ABML should consider this company, especially if you can actually buy shares. And that brings me to my next point in terms of the UK. It's disappointing. I really need to get access to ABML, but either way, it won't change the fact that I have a position in Trading 212 that I will not be able to average down in. Now, it was a long hold. My only concern is, does the general market pull it back? And if we actually look at the charts, you can see here, this area, guys, it's going to struggle to get above it, even with a pump. The only good thing is, we maybe are seeing a bit of a slight rally in the markets. I would really love us to get above this level, to hold support and to stay. We shouldn't be anywhere near this level. We haven't been at this level since a year. It was going down. The trend was following. That news has pumped this. We're back above our 9-day moving average and the 20-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. We're showing a bit of strength. It did sell off, but that was the general market. Cooled off, as you always find from the beaten stock. We're struggling to get above this. If I was trading it, I perhaps would have took some profits at this level because that was a lovely bounce. But at the same time, because of that news, because of the word spread and things just take a little bit of time, you maybe wouldn't want to trend because it gets above this. I wouldn't be surprised if we rallied on. I mean, this is huge news. What it is pretty much saying is you do not need to worry about this bear market when it comes to ABML's growth. They are in it, they're being backed, they will survive. We know the product's good, we know the leadership now is starting to really develop and build up good foundations. So ABML looks really, really bullish. I am truly gutted that I cannot buy anymore. But at the same time, it is a great example of why you never, if you're invested in a long hold, why you never take your chips off the table, because at any given day, a big bit of news can come out and you can miss it. So that is why you always leave some money in your long holds and you just take profits as they come and try to top up low. That's it. So that's the video. Disappointing. Anyone from the UK, Europe, gotta leave your comments down below. Do you have a broker? A broker to save the day? You will be a hero and a legend to the channel. If that doesn't change and I cannot buy ABML ever again, the only thing that will change probably will be a NASDAQ listing. We're well off that. But that would be the next sort of stage. You would go, okay, when that happens, I'll be able to buy in. I'll be able to get my trading 212 position sorted. It will be uplisted. So there is positive there. It is a long hold anyway. It was always a 20-30 play this. So I'm not against holding it, but I am a bit anxious because I could be in profit. I would love to maybe trim. I won't be able to do that because if I trim any profits and I keep missing rises, I won't be able to. So initially it looks like I'm just going to be sitting tight and holding my position for 20-30. Thankfully, I am relatively heavily enough invested. So I'm content. I am content, but it is very, very disappointing. This would have been lovely because this news just broke. Could have easily bought in around this here, maybe even caught like another 20% rise, took money off. Oh, the money you would have made on this dream, you would have been buying down here. Then when this buy symbol came in, you would have rode it up again. You'd pick up another 10%. I mean, this honestly could have been a swing trader's dream. I hope that the Americans out there, anyone that got access and made the most of these swings, if you're interested in learning how to trade, trading courses down there below. I can tell you right now, on this just little movement here alone, you would have rode it up 18%. Sell symbol would have came on. I never short my long holes, so I wouldn't have shorted, but you could have shorted. Rode it down to this level, picked up 10%, then you would have rebought again on the buy symbol and would have rode it up 12%. Look at that, within that one period you would have picked up 50% gains, cashed out, ran to the bank, and that is really the joys of swing trading. But unfortunately guys, no swing trading for us in the UK now. We will keep you posted. And that is the video. Thanks everyone again for your support. Please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. Share if you want to share the word of ABML, but definitely if you know any brokers are in the UK, please leave them down below. That will help a lot of people out. And I would consider watching the playlist, all different ABML videos. If you're really into your ABML, you'll get plenty of information there about the projects, what's coming up, the earnings, all of that type of stuff. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.